First topic illustrated in this video, the two ways of accessing your documentation. I will start by the My Library part in which you retrieve all your documents, and on the left part, a filter area. For instance, I can restrict to the document customized demo for the aircraft type A320. And I want to see only the and IPC. Okay, here it is. So you can see that the central part is updated in order to display only the documents corresponding to this filter. For accessing to your documents, simple, you just have to click on the browse icon. I click on it. You see that a new sheet has been opened specific to this document, and you can then classically browse this document through its table of content. So I close this sheet. For illustrating the second way of accessing your document via the data search. You can see that the filters have been preserved when I switch from my library to this data search part. So for instance, if I search the maintenance procedure for removing the slat flap control computer, enter. First search result corresponds to the maintenance procedure for removing this equipment. I click on the search result in order to display a preview, of this maintenance procedure. Okay, this is a good one. And you can see here the second way of accessing the aircraft maintenance manual containing this maintenance procedure via the same browse icon as before. I click on it, the demo single L, which contains the maintenance procedure, is opened, and the table of content is open at the right place on this particular maintenance procedure. So, to sum up, two ways of accessing your manuals, either from my library or from a search result. Second topic illustrated in this video, the usage of the standard capabilities offered by your internet browser, like the bookmarks or the history. So first example, you can record the screen as you preferred on page. Demonstration, I add this page to my bookmarks. I'll call it test, add it. Let's assume that tomorrow you relaunch your internet browser. You just have to recall this bookmark for reaching this page. This principle is applicable everywhere in airnavX when you consult a manual, an IPC figure, or whatever. For instance, I previously recorded this search, and you see that you have switched to the data search view with a filter that has been saved before. I'd also recorded a bookmark corresponding to the consultation of a specific doc, here the A380 aircraft maintenance manual. Keep also in mind that the links that you are seeing in the address bar of your internet browser can be shared. For instance, I copy this link, paste it in a mail to my colleague, and he will just have to click on the link to open directly this maintenance procedure. Another standard feature of your internet browser, the navigation history. For the ones who do not know this tip, if you click with your right mouse button on the navigation arrows, you obtain the list of the previously visited pages. So I go backward to my search screen, and then before on my library screen, and so on and so forth. Same principle to go forward. First topic illustrated in this video, some example of navigation from a document. I open, for instance, a bookmark previously recorded, a maintenance procedure in an aircraft maintenance manual. If I click, for instance, on this particular sub-procedure, I stay in the aircraft maintenance manual, so I stay in the same browser sheet. I go back to the previous page thanks to the history arrow. If I click on a consumable, the detailed information is in another manual, the consumable material list. a new document, so a new browser sheet specific to this CML is open. I can then consult the detailed information I was looking for and then close this manual. Last example, some links are launching a search in a dedicated sheet. So for instance, if I'm looking for information on this particular thing, a specific sheet is open for searching the relevant information in the whole aircraft maintenance manual, single L, customized demo. And so you're retrieving here all the maintenance procedure which refers this particular equipment. A remark, the links that we have just used are similar to the links you are using every day on the different websites you are visiting. So if you prefer, you can use the right click of your mouse and open, for instance, this maintenance procedure in a specific window instead of keeping the same sheet. Up to you to choose the navigation that is more convenient for you. So now we'll see some navigation functions usable within the manuals. I open an IPD figure. For the people who are not familiar with the 350 documentation, this is equivalent to an IPC figure in the other aircraft program. First function, this icon called maximize view, which displays the text on the left and the illustrations on the right. And you can go back to the table of content view thanks to this icon. I come back again to the maximize view to show the interaction between the text and the illustration. So item 10 highlighted here. Click on the item 20, which is in another sheet of this illustration. So the corresponding sheet is open and the item 20 is highlighted. On the illustration itself, we can move, zoom, rotate, and so on and so forth. For zooming, you can use the corresponding icon, or you can zoom by typing the control key of your keyboard and using the mouse wheel. You can also move illustration, rotate, or display a little window to navigate more easily in a zoomed sheet. And go back to the initial scale. So classical function when you are using the illustration. Last but not least, how to access to the previous revision of a manual. I mean the revision N-1 of a particular manual. For information, the search, for instance, this one, applies only to the current revision. So the results are issued from the current version of this manual. If you want to access to the previous revision of this document, just go in my library. And here for each document, you are retrieving this history icon, which allows accessing to the previous revision. And you retrieve here the browse icon for opening this document with a short message reminding that this is not the very last revision. So here we are. To finalize this video, I come back to the home page thanks to this icon here. I hope that this video has illustrated the airnavX team objectives to deliver a browser simple to use, fast and reliable.